Get ready to match the stars from Mork and Mindy, Robert Donner, Hattie Duke Aston, Charles Nelson Riley, Betty Kennedy, McLean Stevenson, and Joyce Dillon as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game. And now, here's the star of Match Game, Gene Rayburn.
Thank you very much. Hello, John. Now, I know I look a little strange to you. You all look a little strange. What happened was, during the dinner break, the whole makeup gang, all of them, the whole department, got stuck between floors in the elevator. And so before we come out here, usually they touch us up a little bit and give us a little lipstick and make us look grand and all that. But they weren't there to do that. And I was hoping that the technical director could do something goofy with his knobs in there to make you look strange, you see. But it didn't work. I wish I was dead or in Salt Lake City or someplace else now. But here we are.
What are they all doing in the elevator together?
Let's say hello to Dana Usan and Peter Fain. They played their 2 games, and the second game ended in a tie. They've been here a long time, and we're sick and tired of seeing you. I'm only kidding. The last game ended in a tie. Peter Fain, you remember, is the insurance broker. He's got 16 kids. Was that it, Peter?
Yeah. Well, 2 that I know of.
2, right. And you live around here somewhere, right?
Up in Agoura.
Yeah. And this lady is a language expert. She speaks Danish.
Right.
And several other languages. She was a language major and is involved in some interesting work. Tell them what you do.
Well, I'm an English as a second language teacher on the adult school level.
Now, where do you teach that? What city are you in?
In Los Angeles.
And what group do you teach?
I have mostly Spanish-speaking students.
So obviously you must speak Spanish.
No,
fluently.
not a word.
Not a word?
Nada.
Now, wait a minute. You teach people who can't speak English,
Right.
English, and their language is Spanish? Well, how
Right.
do you communicate with them?
Well, it's better if I don't speak Spanish, because if I do speak Spanish, then the teacher ends up translating everything, and the students don't listen. They just say, "Teacher, I don't understand. Give it to me in Spanish." So
Oh.
it's good that I don't speak Spanish. So I just have to use a lot of facial expressions and lots of gestures. They understand fine.
Un momento.
No,
Verdad?
What?
Verdad?
Verdad?
Beautiful.
That
No
means, is that
Spanish.
the truth? But I
tell
guess
the
he
truth.
doesn't speak
No
Spanish.
Zero.
All right, listen, it ended in a tie. You got 1 question each. The one who matches the most stars will be the winner. Peter, you go first, A or B?
B, please.
All right. Everyone at the...
Gene, can I interrupt you for a minute?
What's that?
I mean, this is one of the most sensational openings I think I have ever seen. Yesterday, hold it. Now, wait a minute. We had these people built up to a fever pitch. We have one of the largest viewing audiences in America seeing these people, Peter and Dana, whether they tie, how they break the tie.
Right.
And you come out with the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. Would just get on with this show.
And the clever way, McLean, did you catch the clever way they covered up the makeup department quitting the show? That was so clever. Good job.
They're still in there running out of oxygen in that elevator here. And you're making fun of them. Here it is. Everyone at the Jungle Hospital knows Carl the Cannibal because Carl is always hanging around asking for spare blanks. There is a note from Robert. I got to show you Charles' note. You can read this later.
Read it. He wrote it. I dictated
You
it.
read it, yeah. Little inside joke.
Director's
Robert's note says, your makeup story touched the heart of America. And Charles' note says, cut the makeup elevator in half story and cut the Spanish altogether. All right, Peter. Everyone at the Jungle Hospital knows Carl the Cannibal because Carl is always hanging around asking for spare blanks.
Parts.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Carl the Cannibal was the operative phrase there. Let's see what you have.
Well, I said bones.
Spare bones. All right. Patty, what do you say?
Spare rib.
Spare ribs.
Spare ribs.
Right on.
And way to go, Chuck. Everybody knows Carl the cannibal. He's always hanging around asking for spare blanks.
Well, I said spare limbs.
Spare limbs. That's what he do.
Yeah.
Hey, throw me an elbow. Yeah. What do you say, McLean?
I was going to say parts, but I ended up saying ribs.
Ah! What about you, Joyce?
Well, I said spare tires from the middle of middle-aged people.
Oh. He wanted the tender parts. Well, Peter, that didn't seem to work, did it? That means, Dana, all you need to do is match 1 to tie to win. 1 to win to break the tie. Mrs. Colonel Sanders said, Kerna Frina Shuna Frana Frina. She said, I think the Colonel really wanted to marry a chicken. On our wedding night, he covered me with blank.
Betty's ready.
Betty's ready. Dana. Mrs. Colonel Sanders said, I think the Colonel really wanted to marry a chicken. On our wedding night, he covered me with blank.
Feathers.
Feathers.
I think we're on our way to a tie-breaking tiebreaker.
What was the answer?
Feathers. We need one answer of feathers to...
One answer of feathers? Oh, very well. There you are.
That wins the game. All right, come on down. Dana, you come down there and take your place in this blue spot. Would you like to read this note that I was just handed to me, please? You can read it out loud. Want to read that out loud?
The elevator is now over Chicago, and they demand freedom for all makeup artists.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, listen, Peter, we don't have any money for you, but we're going to send you a wet blanket, a bucket of hog slop, and all kinds of wonderful things. Thank you, Peter Fain, for being with us. Goodbye.
Take the stairs.
Well, where are you going? Okay. Now, here's the way it is, Dana. We polled the studio audience not too long ago, and we said, write down your best answer to this. Blank Aston.
No one will ever say anything to that. It will remain blank.
Okay,
They
Robert.
always think my name is Austin.
Beg your pardon?
Robert.
John.
Okay.
Who's that?
Betty.
Patty Duke.
Okay,
Yeah.
McLean.
Little known, but very loved and respected, the Duke of Aston.
Yeah.
And God bless you for not forgetting
Did he
it.
have one leg, McLean?
Yes, the one-legged Duke he was known
hunting
as.
accident. He
Right.
was
Really?
Horrible thing. In
The
a
Duke
hunting
of
accident.
Aston.
Yes, the
Yes.
Duke of Aston, yes.
All right. So there you have your choices. The Duke of Aston,
Plenty of time.
John Aston, or Patty Duke
Courtney
Aston.
Montgomery Aston.
You want to say John Aston?
John, yeah.
John, you're
For my
Aston?
marital
Yes.
bliss, it better be John Aston.
All right. Let's go down there at the bottom and look at the $100 number.
Smile in case it's not
Steve
you.
Aston.
Who the hell is that?
You know?
Second
The Bionic
cousin
Man.
of the Duke of Aston.
That's right. Right. He was
True.
a Marquis, right?
He was a
Steve's
Marquis
been hitting
and inadvertently shot his cousin's leg off in the terrible
Right,
hunting
the
accident.
Marquis of
which-
Aston.
That's right.
Yes.
Blew the leg
Yes.
right off.
Right.
Okay, go to the next one, will you?
And when he did fire the gun, they told him to get his Aston back to the castle.
That's right.
Okay.
No, maybe.
Let's take a look at the $250 response. Patty Duke Aston.
Well, I've had it. If I'm not the number one Aston, I'm leaving.
Oh.
The answer's going to be Flow Gently Sweet.
Flow Gently Sweet Aston.
Yes.
Right.
That was Steve's
Oh.
record.
Would you like to sing a chorus?
Sir?
Flow gently, sweet Aston. Yes, it's
Hope
wonderful.
It is John.
All right, here we go with the big one. John! All right. Not only that, you can't even get the ERA passed. Now listen, you got
Deep in my
$500.
heart, I wanted it.
You got $500. And that means the least you're going to play for is $5,000. But you get a lucky spin on the wheel, you can play for $10,000. Good luck to you. Here we go. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Well, What? Commercial. Okay.
Commercial?
She's going to be playing for $10,000 in a moment, so right now we've got this for you. Here we go, Dana. Right over here, facing me. There you go. Good luck, Chew. This is it. Chew your blank. All right, Dana. For $10,000, your job is to match Betty. What do you say?
Chew your food.
Chew your food? You never chew gum, do you?
No, I don't.
You don't chew gum?
But I have no cavities. That's why.
Aha! All right. Betty, she says, chew your food will match you for the $10,000. What do you say?
Whoa, 10 biggies. Food!
We have a total of $10,600. Hey! Who's out there rooting for you? Thank you very much, Dana. All right. Congratulations, you. $10,600. Thank you very much. Dana, you said. Now comes Debbie Stolman and Dorothy Knoll. Ladies, we welcome you and ask you to tell us a little bit about yourselves. Debbie, let's begin with you.
Well, I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been out here for about a little over 2 years.
Yeah?
And I'm a co-driver on a tractor-trailer rig. And that's about it.
Where do you drive your truck to and from?
The 11 western states, basically.
Is it difficult?
No, it's a lot of fun.
You have power steering?
No.
No?
No.
You have calluses on your hands? No, her hands are soft and very pretty.
Thank you.
All right, Debbie, good luck to you. Dorothy, what do you say?
I'm from Hays, Kansas. I was born there and raised there, and I'm still there. My husband and 2 children and I are visiting here in L.A., and I'm just in love with your plants and your trees and your flowers. I think it's great. I am an Associate Dean of Students at Fort Hays State University, a great school.
Good for you, Dorothy. Welcome, and good luck to both of you ladies. Debbie, you have a choice of A or B.
A, please.
All right. Ben said, I just saw a sign that said, this end up. What's strange is the sign was on a blank.
Why don't you just give Debbie $100 and pass? Come on, it's something.
Well, listen, is there something that you have in mind that you want a clarification on? Oh, I thought she had an answer that she was trying to clarify. And wanted to know how to spell it.
Okay. Gosh.
Isn't it wonderful? Everybody in the room is staring at you.
I know! I don't know what to put. Okay. This is easy.
That's all right, Debbie. Ben said, I just saw a sign that said, this end up. What's strange is the sign was on a blank.
On a person. I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, well, I said it was a difficult one, Debbie. Why are you so smart? What would you say? I'm sorry I asked. What do you say, Robert?
Why didn't you ask that guy sooner?
Betty? I thought of that too. I didn't.
Why didn't you write it?
Because you guys would take me at my word.
Oh, all right.
It's flying right along.
Yes.
I said baby.
On a baby. What'd you say?
I said baby's bottom.
Baby's bottom. Charles?
Mine is strange, but it's not. Football.
Football, right.
Oh.
So.
That gets a big reaction, and I'll have to explain why. Over the years, I've always gotten a big reaction with that answer. Nurse!
I just saw a sign that said this end up. What's strange is the sign was on a...
Baseball.
On a baseball. See, it's a sphere. There is no top or bottom on a baseball, just as there is none in a football either. Oh,
This is
dear
a
me.
time warp. I don't have a good answer, but I do have something that might make Debbie feel more at home.
What's that? Hourglass, that's good. Right, very good. What do you say, Joyce?
I think that I match because this is a person, a stewardess.
A stewardess. Yeah.
Thank you.
Judges.
Oh, wait a minute. A baby
Judges.
person?
Babies are people,
It's a
too.
person. Baby's a person.
Since we match stewardess, we can't match babies because they're, different people.
Oh, well, that's true.
I had this
Never met
baby
a stewardess
stewardess
who was a
once.
baby.
She was 12 years old, start 'em young. Listen, we'll go to the other question in a moment or so. Right now, this for you. Ready, Dorothy?
I'm ready.
All right. Ralph said, you know the times are really tough when your wife comes home from the store with a box of blank helper.
It's flying by for us. And think of those poor makeup people.
Right. Are they still in the elevator? Ira? Oh.
You know, if they're stuck between floors, that means it's the first and second. No, the ground and first, so they could fall a good 3 to 4 feet.
Right.
So we're all praying, we're all here with them, and we're thinking of them every minute, because this group's fallen floors, and they would... First of all, I left the building to get a little, you know what I'm saying. It'll all be out in the expose.
Okay. You know,
but powder puff was their last thought in their mind.
It's a hydraulic elevator, and they ran out of water. Ralph said, you know the times are really tough when your wife comes home from the store with a box of blank helper.
Hamburger.
Wait a minute. Isn't it already called hamburger
Yeah, I
helper?
know it. Nobody understands us, Patty. Nobody understands us, and I couldn't clarify it any more than that. What do you say?
I didn't say hamburger. Sorry. And I love wherever you're from. I said plumber's helper.
A plumber's helper. You can eat that one. Cook it up. They're very tender.
I've eaten a lot of these this week.
All right.
Alpo helper.
Alpo helper. There's a good, reasonable answer. You got the idea.
That old standby spam helper.
Spam helper. Yeah. Yes. See, hamburger helper is already a helper. See, we were looking for something like macaroni helper or whatever.
Our cereal helper.
Cereal helper. Yeah, that'd be good. But nobody's going to say hamburger helper.
No,
I want to tell you something.
stupid.
I don't want the people that make this stuff to think that I think it's only used when times are tough. I not only use this stuff daily, I bathe in it and use it for aftershave.
Hamburger helper. I knew there was going to be one dingbat who said it.
I wasn't sure what I was smelling all the time. Now I know. Horse food helper.
Horse food helper. So there you are. 1-1 is a score. We go to round 2. It's tied. Hold everything. We got a little commercial message for you, and then we'll be right back. Can somebody make a phone call and find out what's happened to the poor guys in the elevator? Can we send them some food or do something?
How are you going to get it in?
They've got a phone. They
Brian
called out
among
and
How are
told
you
us.
going to get the food in the elevator?
Well, there's an escape hatch up there.
Is
We can
my
throw it
Brian among them?
Who?
Brian.
Yeah, Brian is there, and Nick is there. They're all
Wait a
in
minute,
there.
you're not supposed to
mean they're
release
not
the
out
name.
yet?
We're not supposed to release the names of the people that are
That's
trapped
right,
in
till
something.
we
Here's
know
the
for sure.
Well, no. Those are pseudonyms. What? They're out of the elevator.
Let's hear it. What a story. Boy, this will be the first on the news tonight.
All
What
right.
a
Film
story.
11.
Hello, Connie Chung.
Oh.
Guess what, Connie? They're out of the elevator. Well,
Well,
how
put
much
them
more
back in,
time?
'cause
Another
we don't
20
have any
seconds.
problem.
Oh,
Maybe
all
they
right.
could go in the elevator again.
Folks.
Oh, thank you very much. Would you like to
Yeah.
march up and down
That's
with
for
that
all of
sign?
us.
That's for all of us. Thank you very much. Welcome home. That's right. Gene Rayburn here. Join us next time for the match game. Goodbye.
Today's contestants will also receive A cookbook, and Uncle Ben takes the time to make rice right. Uncle Ben's long grain of wild rice, which combines 2 quality rices and 23 seasonings to make it any meal special. A cheese server and Gino's Party Special Pizza with a crisp and tasty crust you can trust, plus the flavor shaker. Gino's in your grocer's freezer. Demet's Turtles, delicious pecan wrapped in caramel, covered with smooth, delicious chocolate. Look for Demet's Turtles in fine stores everywhere. And a hairdryer and Jerry Redding Milk and Honey Salon at Home, complete hair care styling system. Jerry Redding, a favorite of professional hairdressers for 20 years. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. The program is edited for broadcast.